watching the Crypto Market Update with your host, Chris Marshall. Your home for the latest crypto news, reviews, and updates that can be found around the block. If this is your first time here, then we would like to thank you for watching. If you enjoy the show, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone that you believe needs this type of content in their life. Just a reminder, anything discussed on this show is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. With that out of the way, let's get on with the show.
How's it going, everyone? So again, I was supposed to go live and it is not working. This time, not only did I have camera malfunctions, and I'm filming this on my phone, but we also have a internet outage here in the building. So here we go. So let's kind of dive into it. Welcome to the Crypto Market Recap, where each Friday we recap some of the events of the past week that have had an impact on crypto as a whole and take a look at what the market did. On Monday mornings, we take a look at the potential for the market over the coming week and what upcoming events might have an effect on it. In today's episode is brought to us by OTEC, Ocala's Blockchain, Crypto, and Technology Innovation Council. If you're into tech and in the Ocala area, look them up on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Ocala Tech Council. They have meetups every Tuesday night for the month of March. They're meeting at Symmetry Coffee Co. downtown, so go ahead and check them out. There should be a link down below. In today's market forecast, we're going to be taking a look at a couple events that happen around the crypto sphere and what effect they had on the market. First, we're going to take a look at the bill that was voted on in the EU, the Fed rate, and Jerome Powell's speech, and then an unexpected event that occurred within Ukraine. So stick around for those stories. I'm going to take a sip of water real fast. Today's episode is also sponsored by water. All right, so before we dive into these stories, let's take a look at the crypto market right now. All right, so currently the market cap of the entire crypto market cap is $1.869 trillion. Pretty insane. 469 exchanges. You know, I've only heard of like 12 exchanges. I need to sit down and actually look through what all these different exchanges are. Crypto's a little over 18,000 right now. Today's volume, wow, $90 billion have circulated through crypto today. That is impressive. ETH has gained on Bitcoin over this week. If you remember, ETH had a pretty good thing. We'll look at that here in just a second. And gas is all the way at 44. That's pretty good. We're seeing some lower gas across the board for weekly gas rates. I think that should be a tracker. If that's not already a tracker, someone needs to build that. I don't know how to build that, but if someone could build a weekly average gas, index, kind of see how gas has been moving week over week, I think that could be a pretty cool indicator. If it is an indicator, drop a comment below and let me know. I'd like to see that. Let's take a look at the market. What is going on in the market? Wow, some stuff has really jumped since I last looked at this in the last few minutes. Look at that. Look at those spikes right there. Okay, so Ethereum's up 4% today, 14% on the week. I wonder when the last time ETH was up 14% in a week. It's pretty good. Bitcoin up, holding 41,000. Very nice. We're up 7% for the week. Earlier when I was looking at this today, it was like 2%. I don't know what happened here, but it's pretty cool. We're pretty flat on the day, especially earlier this morning. I did not think this was going to happen, but going into the weekend strong, that is good news. Look at that, Ripple's up 8% on that story from earlier this week. All the good news that we had in the Ripple case. Terra is down after that massive rally last week. but that is okay. A lot of other cryptocurrencies are ending the week well into the green. Pretty nice. We had that new listing for, what was it, ApeCoin? I think they're in the 30s. Let me see, where's ApeCoin? Where's that coin at? Could have sworn they got up into like 30 something. Maybe not. They were up there for a minute. Oh yeah, 34. Here we go. Look at that. Man, I did not buy any. But if you did, congratulations. You had a very good, you're about to have a very good weekend. So congratulations to anybody that bought some ApeCoin. All right, let's go ahead and move on over to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Only 25. Really, let's refresh that. That's surprising. We had a pretty good week. What was the last week? 22. Not much higher from last week. It's pretty interesting. I thought we would have been higher this week. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the markets, see what the markets are doing. So, as you can see, we are still inside the same channel that we've been looking at. Well, you guys have been looking at it with me for the last week now. This is actually the 1 week anniversary of this stream. I've been looking at these channels for quite a while, and I have added to it over the last few days. You'll notice this, what I'm going to start calling a banana pattern here. We've got some new support and resistance lines that I've been seeing. I actually noticed this after I was watching some Crypto Weatherman videos. So go ahead and check him out. Maybe I'll link down below to some of his stuff, or at least his profile. But yeah, he was talking about these, and so I added them on, and that is pretty interesting. We are holding these support and resistance lines here pretty nicely. I just moved this line. I'm going to still be watching this bearish pennant as well as this bearish flag pattern. But it is very interesting that we were able to come up right off this curve here. So if it holds, what we'll see, we're not too far from where it might end up at. We might be breaking above or below it pretty soon. For the short term, I think there's going to be a battle between the 44.5, let's go 44.5, give or take 500, and the 3800 range, 38.5 maybe, 100 range. I think we're going to see some pretty good battle between there right now. But here in the next few days, by the end of March, potentially we could see either a break above or below some of these support and resistances that we're watching. Basically, all I'm waiting for is a confirmation. Speaking of confirmations, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. I'm going to start adding Ethereum to this because I'm listening to some people and we're talking about breaking out or Bitcoin flipping, Ethereum flipping Bitcoin rather, and becoming the dominant cryptocurrency within the market. And if that happens, we could see a lot less reliability of altcoins on Bitcoin's movement. And then we'll also see a whole new pattern play out for Ethereum if that were to happen. And this might be the very beginning of it. We had Ethereum not only break out of this downward channel in the short term that we're looking at, very similar to the one we've been watching on Bitcoin, right? It broke out. We could easily see something like this be playing out inside of Ethereum right now. When did this happen? From the 3rd of February, 4th of February, is when Bitcoin broke out of this downward channel that we were watching for a while. So it'd be very interesting to see if Ethereum is off or is following Bitcoin by about, what is that, a month and a half or so. What did they have by time it broke out? That was about a 20%, let's go 19% to the upside after it broke out of that downward channel. What would that kind of put Ethereum at if that were to happen? The other thing is we'd be looking to bounce off of this. This is going to be a similar pattern to what Bitcoin did. I'll just put a line here real fast. It came and hit that support. Let's see if this plays out to 19% from this breakout here. 25, that's pretty high. If it were to break above that, we're probably looking at breaking above the 200-day moving average as well, which would be incredibly bullish, in my opinion. So we may not see that. I think we're going to have a bit of a struggle right here, about 3,000. That 3,000 level is going to be very hard to break above. But if we were to break above that, I would be interested to see if we ended up breaking out above, that. But what would 19,000 put us at if we broke above? 19% is putting us right here, even in line with this other top here. So you could say that, Bitcoin might, let's get rid of this red line here and go and draw a box here. We'll do a box. I hope that didn't mess up my my stream. I just got a phone call. Let's see here. I'm going to switch over to OBS, just make certain everything's okay. I think it is. All right. So let's say if Ethereum kind of plays out like Bitcoin did back in early February, Bitcoin broke out this downward channel that it had from its most recent all-time high, just like Ethereum. That's all-time high. It was in a downward channel, and it broke out. If this is the same pattern as we're seeing, but a month and a half delayed, we could easily see Ethereum after it passed 3,000. I think if it passes 3,000, it can hold above 3,000, overnight. We could see Ethereum between 33 or 3,300 and 3,600. I think we see an Ethereum in that range before it comes back down. If it breaks above 3,000, holds 3,000. We need a close on the daily above 3,000. I think we could see this play out. That's pretty interesting. Not an official price prediction, just something I'm seeing here. Let me know your thoughts on that. If we break above 3,000 here on Ethereum, we could see something like Bitcoin play out. Bitcoin's price movement from early February breakout. How long did that last going up there? Took it was about a week to get up there. So we'll see. You never know. We'll see. All right. Let's see what is next on the docket. All right, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to our first story of the week. We are talking about what happened in Europe. So European Parliament votes against the proof of work ban. If you remember back to the Monday episode, we were looking at what they were going to do. Back in 2020, I believe it was. I think it mentions it down here in this article. Back in 2020, yeah, they had put forth this bill basically to go ahead and kind of nix all proof of work cryptocurrency in Europe, which would have really hit the markets hard. A few weeks ago, they had kind of changed some of the wording of that ban, but in spirit, it was still a proof of work ban. But at the final hour, they voted it down, which is great. So I'm pretty happy as a big proof of work crypto guy. I love mining. So I do a lot of mining, so I'm pretty excited about this. I think this set a good tone for the entire week overall, especially when we move into the next story, which was the the federal rate increase. Expectations was that they were going to do all these pop-ups. We're going to do a 0.25%. And that is indeed what they did. I think I wanted to talk about this one here first. So they went up a 0.25% interest rate hike. And we saw a good little gain when they did that on Wednesday I do believe. Yeah, they're going to do a series of rate hikes over this year, expected June or July, I believe, which leaves about almost one a month on that last half of the year. This is in an effort to stop inflation. Currently, we are at the highest level in 40 years. 7.9% interest for February. They think doing this can curb inflation down to 2%, back down to 2%. That's what our economy is supposed to be at, is 2% inflation. That's a good, healthy level of inflation, and we are quite above that. And depending on who you listen to, there are arguments to say that this is actually much higher than 7% right now. So it's, things aren't looking great, but hopefully they kind of know what they're doing. So what is the purpose? Why are they doing these rate hikes? I wanted to kind of take a look at this here. Found a good article. The Federal Reserve is trying to rein in inflation. Mechanics of it and how it kind of works by raising its federal fund rate, the rate that banks charge one another for overnight loans. The Fed sets off a domino effect. Whether directly or indirectly, a number of borrowing costs for consumers go up. In theory, this slows demand for goods and taps the brake on inflation. So in theory, they're going to make us not want to buy stuff. So when we have inflation, the average consumer realizes that things are going to be more expensive tomorrow. So why should I wait to buy tomorrow when I can buy today? Things are only going to go up in price. They try to artificially make it to where it is better for us to save our money and not buy today. We can save our money. That's going to cause businesses to start lowering the prices. It's kind of a seesaw, if you remember those from the playground back in the day. It's kind of like a seesaw effect. They can kind of prop up the economy with a little bit of inflation when things are going really good, and it helps promote businesses growth and stuff like that. But the bad part is businesses can start charging more for their goods, which causes some inflation, and so they decide to put some federal fund rates increases into the mix to kind of lower that back out. So we'll be watching this as this plays out over the coming year. But yeah, so the market reacted pretty well to this news. It was right on expectations with what they thought. So good for them. The next thing that I want to talk about is a surprise event coming out of Ukraine. Seems like there's all kinds of surprises from Ukraine nowadays and Russia in that area of the world. But Ukraine is paving the way for crypto regulation. Now, this does not mean that they are making Bitcoin or other tokens legal tender. They are basically saying that, hey, you as the consumer, you as the business can sit there and come and talk with government agencies, and we can figure out how this stuff works and how you can implement it into your business, which is great for them and great for crypto in general. I think it's going to be pretty good. They're like the fourth largest. The country ranks fourth in global crypto adoption, which is pretty cool. So what is the specifics of this bill? It's legalized cryptocurrencies, does not recognize Bitcoin or other forms of crypto as legal tender, instead ensures businesses are protected against crypto-related fraud or abuse. And I think this is going to be a great first step, a great thing to watch play out in Ukraine, and I bet U.S. lawmakers are also going to be kind of watching this to kind of see how it affects Ukrainian citizens and Ukrainian politics and economics and all that good stuff, to kind of see what steps they took, and we might be following in their footsteps. I'm kind of guessing, so I wouldn't be surprised if something like this plays out. They haven't formally regulated digital currencies before. It still has proven itself a leading crypto hub. They're ranking fourth on the Global Crypto Adoption Index. Legalizing the cryptocurrency will ensure exchanges are better protected, and Ukrainians could protect their assets from possible abuse or fraud. So very, very cool stuff coming out of Ukraine. That is it. That are all the events that I wanted to take a look at. We had some other stuff, nothing too exciting. Again, Monday morning. Hopefully this will be live Monday morning. A live show, not a recording. But that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all for stopping by and hanging out with me. Monday morning, I will be back here with a forecast on the upcoming week. If you found this information valuable, please like, subscribe, share, drop a comment, do the little notification bell, all that cool stuff. Yeah, it really helps me out. I'm on pretty much all social media at The Chris Marshall. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I'm doing YouTube Shorts. The YouTube Shorts still not super into. I can only post 15 seconds. It's really hard to get educational content out in 15 seconds, but that's okay. Yeah, go ahead and follow me in all those places. If I can ever be of service, answer any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My information is not that hard to find. I have a whole website, www.thechrismarshall.com. Feel free to go there. You can join an email list if you want, or just email me directly, and I will probably answer you. That's what I do a lot. So anyways, that is it for me. I will see you all Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, this is Chris signing off.